family in the Filipino society. So, the second is we have there is Juan Mercado. So, Juan Mercado, born in the 18th century. So, siya ang papa ni Francisco Mercado. So, was a well-regarded member of the family who worked as a farmer and had several children, including si Francisco Mercado. So, the last one we have Mercado, or the last one we have Francisco Mercado. So, ano siya ang papa ni Rizal?
Francisco Mercado was born on May 11, 1818 in Binyang, Laguna. So, he was a successful farmer katulad ng kanyang papa, a prominent figure in the community. So, Francisco was also educated, which allowed him to marry Teodora Alonso, which is the mother of Jose Rizal. So, and establish a stable life and influential family. His educational background and success in business allowed him to provide a good life for his children. So, St. Francisco was a strong advocate of reform, and his ideas combined with his son, Jose Rizal, revolutionary spirit. Then, we are part of the undercurrent of the growing desire of family independence. So, let's proceed to the Alonso family. So, the Alonso family is the maternal side of Jose Rizal, and it traces its roots to the province of Pangasinan. So, balik na sa the Mercado family. Mauna siya ang paternal side ni Jose Rizal. So, let's go back. First, we have is si Jose Alonso Rialonda. So, Jose Alonso Rialonda, the Alonso family is said to have been originally of the Spanish descent, with their roots traced back to the Rialonda line, which had some local connection in the Spanish colonial period. The Alonsos are respected family in Pangasinan. We're known for their education, sophistication, and involvement in community affairs. So, the second one is Teodora Alonso Rialonda. So, just like what I said a while ago, muna siya ang mama ni Jose Rizal, at si Jose Alonso Rialonda, muna siya ang papa ni Jose Rizal. So, Teodora Alonso Rialonda was born on November 9, 1872 in Santa Cruz, Manila. She was an educated woman who spoke several languages, including Spanish and English. Teodora played a significant role in Jose Rizal's intellectual development, offering him moral support throughout his life and nurturing his love for education and learning. So, the last one is Jose Rizal and his siblings. So, first is si Saturnina Rizal. Muna siya ang the eldest sister ni Jose Rizal. O naninyo siya kay Manuel T. Lardi Rizal. So, the second one is si Paz Rizal, and married to Silvino Lopez. And number 3 is Narcisa Rizal, married to Antonio Lopez. Si Olivia Rizal, married to Sylvester Obaldo. And the fourth one is si Lucia Rizal, is married siya kay Mariana Herbosa. And si Maria Rizal, married siya kay Daniel Faustino Cruz. Si Concepcion Rizal is namatay siya sa bata pa siya. O si Sefer Rizal, wala din siya namin yung overseas. Si Trinidad Rizal, St. Paul, dili mo siya, wala mo siya na-marry. And the last one is Soledad Rizal, is nakaminyo siya kay Pantaleon Quintero. This sibling is influential in their respective spheres, with many of them actively supporting Jose Rizal's endeavors. His closest siblings, particularly his sister, play an integral role in the personal life, offering him emotional and logistical support as he faced the trials of being a nationalist and writing during the Spanish colonial rule. So I'll give the floor to the next report.
Once again, good afternoon everyone. So this is a continuation of Miss Kamahalan's report. So, childhood memories in Calamba, Laguna. So the town of Calamba, located in the province of Maluku, home and early influences. The first one is the family role of his education. Let's proceed to Theodora Alonso, also known as his mother. So his mother played a crucial role in his education. So she taught him to read and write at the age of 3, introduced him to poetry, literature, and art. So makita mo na to ang iyang mga himo no hangtod karon nagpabilin siya siyang malasigon. So let's proceed to Francisco Mercado or his father. So his father taught a valuable lesson of his life. So number 1, she taught him to discipline and work ethic. The second one is responsibility and accountability. And the third one is perseverance in adversity. And the last one is importance of family and livelihood. So his father taught Rizal to prepare him to the future challenges. Let's proceed to the Calamba environment, natures, cultures, and community. So let's proceed to Mount Makiling. So Mount Makiling is a sleep volcano or dormant. When we say dormant, it is an inactive volcano. So doon lang na silang pala eh. Then, inspired Jose Rizal to write story, nature helped him to stay calm, observe closely, and think creatively. So, ang iyang ipangbuhat kay Makuan, nung creative kay siya daw siya mag-write of mga stories. Ako sana dito kay Pato Katrina. So, let's proceed to the family estate. So, the family estate is, he grew up a family with a big farm. So, where he learned about the worker struggles and social unfairness, so inspiring him to help them. So let's proceed to the local church and Calamba religious environment. So he learned sa church on Calamba is he learned about the values like kindness, respect, and honesty. And also he witnessed unfair action by friars. So ang kwan dito like land grabbing na pinakuha ng ilang land dito na walay bayan. Then abuse of power kung taas ka dito sa ilaha is wala kang power na mag-consent rights. Then also discrimination. Moto siya nanikamot siya para makabakan ng mga naming hanggan. To give again the floor to Ms. Kamahalan to the continuation of our report. So Ms. Kamahalan, please proceed.
So, hello again everyone. So, let's proceed to the early education, intellectual, memories, and milestones from Calamba to Binyan.
Jose Rizal's early education in Calamba and Binyan shaped his intellectual growth and later contributions to the prolific revolution. These reports highlight his formative years focusing on the educational environment, teachers, and influences played key roles in his development. Let's proceed to number 1, early education in Calamba of beginnings intellectual development. So Jose Rizal was born on June 19, 1861. So nasabi na yan ni Jeanette kanina. In Calamba, Laguna. As the youngest of 11 children, his mother Theodora Alonso Rionda, an educated woman, taught him to read and write at an early age. By 3, he could
after completing his studies in Pinan, he returned to Calamba to continue his education. So he later moved to Manila, where he attended the University of Santo Tomas. Initially, enrolling in philosophy and letters before shifting to medicine. So dapat siya grabe. His studies in Manila marked another significant stage in his intellectual development. But his early education in Calamba, Laguna, or Pinan remained a foundation of his success. So before siya niya sa iyang mga